Hey guys, welcome to another video. Yes, this is the last one I'm doing, I swear. Yes, I know everyone's liked it. Everyone loved when I did my favorite movies of each year since I've been alive. And everyone liked the worst movies of every year since I've been alive. And yeah, everyone wants me to do like for all these different genres all the way since I've been alive and stuff. But I've already done top 10 lists of like favorite genres for different decades and stuff. So everyone can just watch those videos. But I will do one last one of these, and that's it. I'm going to be doing my favorite, or what I think are the best animated films of every year since I've been alive. I'm not going to do the worst, because I just see there's no point. I'm just going to do my favorite. I'm going to do this very quickly, or as quick as I can, at least. And I'm going to start from 1991, because everyone knows I was born in 1991, and I'm going to go all the way from 2018. And I can't do 2019, because I don't have a favorite animated film for 2018. Well, Dragon Ball, I guess Dragon Ball Brawly, but I'm just gonna go to 2018. So yeah, this is my favorite animated movie of every year since I've been alive. Alright, let's get to it. Started in 1891 when I was born, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, so great. It was the first anime film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. It's amazing. It's a great story about, you know, beauty within. It doesn't, it's not a shallow movie or misogynistic movie. It's actually a very beautiful story and a beautiful romance film with a great villain, Gaston. The songs are amazing. The animation's gorgeous. It's just so good. 1982, Aladdin. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that trailer that just got leaked today. That was a really fucking bad trailer. That was a really bad trailer. I don't know why they're remaking Aladdin. Aladdin is a great classic film with beautiful animation. Love the songs. Robin Williams as the genie. Like, as much as I enjoy Will Smith, that role is Robin Williams. That entire role is all improv. Like, you can't duplicate that. That is just Robin Williams' comedy. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but Aladdin's one of my favorite Disney films. I love it. 1983 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think this is one of the greatest Christmas films of all time, right there with Joyce Noel, Arthur Christmas, and It's Wonderful Life. I love it. The stop motion animation is gorgeous. What Henry Selick did with this movie is fantastic. Tim Burton's writing is great. Danny Elfman's music and the voice of Jack Skellington's fantastic. The creatures are iconic. This movie's iconic. I heard they want to remake this one. Please don't do it. It's amazing. Alright, 1984 is obviously The Lion King. First movie I ever saw in theaters. It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's the Hamlet story, and it's done in animation. And yes, we are getting a live-action remake of that. Yes, every movie I am talking about, they're either getting a live-action remake, or they already made a live-action remake. And it's ridiculous and stupid. Lion King's fantastic. Scar's one of the greatest Disney villains of all time. Be prepared. So good. I love the voice acting. Like, you got Matthew Broderick in there. You got Rowan Atkinson, Whoopi Goldberg, Jeremy Irons, James Earl Jones. Everyone's so good. And it's like one of the biggest scaled. The scope and size of The Lion King is just magnificent. So good. Alright, 1995 is Toy Story. It's Toy Story. I love it. Again, they're making a fourth one. Why the fuck are they making a fourth one? The first one is so good. It's a great comedic film. It's written by three amazing writers, John Lasseter, Joss Whedon, and Joel Cohen. And it's so good. And the best route of comedy I find is misery, like dark comedy, or like rivalry. And it's so funny. Woody and Buzz and the rivalry, you know, for Annie's affection is just so funny and so great. Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are both amazing, and it's so funny. I love it. It's a classic. It's timeless. Come on. Buzz, you're flying. This isn't flying. It's falling with style. So good. 1996 is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is one of the darkest Disney films. It is the darkest film of the Disney Renaissance, and I love it. You know, I fucking hate the gargoyles with a passion. I love this movie. I think Lord Frollo is one of the best underrated Disney villains ever. So good. And Tony Jay does a great job doing the voice acting. He's so good. I think Esmeralda, played by Demi Moore, is great. I love Kevin Kline in the movie as Phoebus, I think his name is. Quasimodo, played by Tom Hulce, is so good. The music is beautiful. The songs, Bells of Notre Dame, Hellfire, are amazing. Out There is great. God Help the Outcasts. So many amazing songs. Every song's great except for the song the fucking gargoyles sing. And if the gargoyles were all in his imagination, that would have been fine, but they're not. And they ruined the movie almost, but I love the movie. It's a great film. 1987 is Princess Mononoke, Hayao Miyazaki. This is so good. This is one of Hayao Miyazaki's best films. Not his all-time best, but it's so great with a great, amazing environmental story with a great message. I love that there's no distinct villain. There's selfish people, but no villains. I love it. I think Lady Kyoshi is played beautifully by Minnie Driver. Ashitaka is played great by Billy Crudup. Claire Danes does a good job playing Princess Mononoke and stuff. Billy Bob Thornton is really great. The style of this is so good. How gritty and raw it is so amazing too. And it's a very predictable story with a very predictable message, but the way it is executed is done so well. And the way it's structured is beautiful. It's Miyazaki. This guy's a genius. Alright, 1998 is The Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Egypt is easily the best DreamWorks animated film I've ever watched. One of the most underrated films out there. I'm glad after the years and years that people are building a fan base to The Prince of Egypt, but more people need to watch it. It's so good. It's one of the greatest ever. Val Kilmer as Moses is so great. Ray Fiennes as Ramesses is so good. And I like that the one thing they did better than they did in Ten Commandments is they established more of the brotherhood, the relationship between these two brothers. I actually enjoy this movie more than Ten Commandments, and Ten Commandments is a classic film, but I love the way they did the music, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. Ten Commandments is way too long, even though it's a great film, way too long though. I bought more of the brother relationship, and then it makes it more sad. It has more of an emotional impact on you, and like even the way they do the plagues in this movie, it's dark. It's a very dark kids movie, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's so good. Alright, 1989 is The Iron Giant, Superman. It's just one of my all-time favorites. Brad Bird's masterpiece. Like, not everyone can say that their first film is their best film, but he's never made anything as good as The Iron Giant. It's The Iron Giant. It's amazing. Alright, 2000 is The Road to El Dorado. 2000 was a pretty lackluster year for animation films, but Road to El Dorado was a pretty cool little hidden gem. I love the story of these two guys named Miguel and Tulio, and basically they go on this adventure, then they get captured, and then they go on this island, and they find out this island has the treasure city, the lost city and stuff of El Dorado, the city of gold and stuff. And then when they go to the city of gold, the people there think they're gods and stuff, and it's so funny. It's a cool con movie, and the way the actors they got playing the two leads are just genius casting. They got Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh, both of which are funny. It's a very funny movie, and it's got a kick-ass song. Come on, it's tough to be a god. Oh, so good. 2001, Spirited Away, masterpiece, best animated film I've ever seen in my entire life. I love this movie. I've gone on and on about this movie and how genius it is, how smart it is. The way they show a functional society is fantastic. The way they show conflict theory is fantastic. The way they have such amazing, brilliant atmosphere is fantastic. That entire train sequence is some of the best I've ever seen in any animated film. I love the characters. I love, Geneva, Lady Yubaba, I love Mako, I love Chihiro, I love every character in this movie. It's just so good. Perfect. So good. Alright. 2002 is Lilo and Stitch. Ohana means family, doesn't it? I don't know. Great movie. I love this relationship between Lilo and Stitch. It's just a very beautiful friendship. Her relationship with her sister is very nice. The aliens are really funny and stuff. The one song that is in this movie is very beautiful. It's very touching. It feels very real and stuff. This family feels like a real family. And yeah, I think Lilo and Stitch is a little underappreciated. It's a really good film. 2003 is Finding Nemo. What do? We swim, we swim. So funny, so great message. More for parents than actual kids, and I love it. They could have easily made Marlin and Dory a couple, but I'm glad that they just made them friends. The fish tank gang is part of the show stealers of this movie. Come on, shark bait. So good. I love Finding Nemo. The sequel's good, but Nemo's better. 2004, The Incredibles. Again, the sequel's good, but not as good as The Incredibles. The Incredibles is like the first Disney animated Pixar superhero movie. It's great. The third act is great. The villain of Syndrome is great. The action is great. The family's great. I love this movie. Again, I've talked enough about this movie. Alright, 2005 is Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride, again, not a big year for animation, but Corpse Bride was really good. It's a really cool little hidden gem by Tim Burton. The animation's gorgeous. The world, like the underworld, is so good. The songs are good because it's Danny Elfman. I love the story about like he accidentally proposes to a bride. He's got to marry her and stuff, and then he has to go to the land of the dead and everything. But he finds out this dark past on her, and just it's really good. Johnny Depp's a little stale in the film, but the film still does work very well. 2006 is A Scanner Darkly. It's a very dark, a really warped film. This is directed by Richard Linklater, and his anime films are great. Like The Waking Life was great, but Scanner Darkly is so good. Very powerful, great social commentary. Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, everyone is fantastic in this film. The animation is so cool, unique, and stylistic, and it's very Linklater-esque, and just, I love this movie. Just check this movie out, even just watch a trailer of it. It is just some heavy shit, and it's a great movie. 2007 is 5 centimeters per second. It's directed by Makoto Shinkai, one of my favorite Japanese directors. He's right there with Miyazaki, Miyamoto Hosoda. Love this movie. It's very short to the point, very beautiful, compelling story that does not have a happy ending, very realistic. It's just an interesting story about this little romance these kids have, and then when they get older, they just slowly drift apart in life. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Not as good as Your Name, but still good. Alright, 2008 is Waltz with Bashir. Waltz with Bashir. Ari Fowler directed this movie, and it is rough. It's a rough film. It's like a true story about his life and stuff during the wartime and stuff, and it's documentary-esque, but it's also all in animation, kind of like the documentary Tower. Very bleak, hard to watch, gritty, raw, but amazing score, beautiful animation, compelling characters. It's riveting. It's a fantastic, compelling watch. Check it out. 2009 is Up, my favorite Pixar film of all time. I love Up. It was also nominated for Best Picture, and I think a screenplay nomination. What Pete Docter did with this movie is genius. The opening sequence with Carl and Ellie's one of the best scenes ever in animated films. Right there with the train sequence from Spirited Away. I'm trying to talk. I love Carl Fredricksen. I love his relationship with Russell. I love Doug. I love Kevin. I love the villain. I love the voice acting. It's just funny, silly, weird, a great adventure story, but it has a lot of heart. Love it. Alright. 2010's Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3. Really great conclusion to a phenomenal trilogy. Almost a damn near perfect trilogy, but they're fucking ruining it with a fucking Toy Story 4. I don't know why they're doing that, but Toy Story 3 was great. Lots of Hugging Bear was a great villain. Woody, the cowboy, the way his adventure and stuff. He has to go to this demented, like, play place, this fucking daycare. Then he goes to this little girl's house. They have to go back to the daycare, bust his friends out. You get, like, a Spanish Buzz Lightyear. You get an awesome performance by Michael Keaton as a Ken doll. The ending will just, like, rip your heart out. Just, it's amazing. 2011, Arthur Christmas, one of my favorite Christmas movies, right there with The Nightmare Before Christmas. It just... James McAvoy's so good. Bill Nighy's great. Jim Broadman, Hugh Laurie, a lot of great British actors. Basically, the way they show the technological growth of being Santa Claus is just so great, so funny. It's British wit, and it's done very well, and again, it's very fast-paced. It's very Edgar Wright-esque, and it's great. I love it. 2012 is Paranoia. Paranoia is my favorite stop-motion anime film of all time. It's a great it feels like a great old-school zombie film. It's got a great meaning to it, and the way they tackle, like, almost like, sort of the Salem witch trials, but not directly. Just, even the villain in the movie's not really a villain. It's funny, it's creative, it's clever. It plays a great homage to old-school, like, B-movies, and it's so good. I love everything about Paranoia. It's amazing. 2013 is The Wind Rises. The Wind Rises is Miyazaki's final film, and it's a great bittersweet film. And it's an interesting movie about chasing your dream, but your dream may in the end cause chaos and cause harm to the world and stuff. And it's fascinating, the story. The animation is beautiful, and the voice acting is amazing. Like, you got Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jeff Dunham, Stanley Tucci, and the dream sequences are so weird and just so vivid, and I love how it's done. Everything about this movie is just done geniusly, and it's Miyazaki. Again, this guy's amazing. 2014 is Everything is Awesome! Lego Movie. Lego Movie, I was gonna go with this or How to Train Your Dragon 2, I couldn't decide. Lego Movie, it's just so good. The movie shouldn't have worked. It's a product placement movie, but it ended up having more heart than a lot of animated films in general. It's genius. I don't know how they made this movie work. You know how they made it work? It's Lord and Miller. Anytime Phil Lord and Chris Miller are doing a film, you're gonna get greatness. And that's what Lego Movie was. It's greatness. 2015's When Marnie Was There. When Marnie Was There was one of my favorite films of 2015, and it's just a beautiful story. Ripped my heart out. Tears rolled down my eyes by the credits, and it's a fantastic story about letting go. And the relationship between Anna and Marnie is beautiful. Kieran Lupka is fantastic. Haley Steinfeld's fantastic. Everything about this movie is fantastic. It's just so good. 2016's Your Name. Your Name is one of my favorite anime films I've ever watched. And the more and more times I watch Your Name, the more and more times I fucking love it. It's a gender swapping story, and that's a story that's been done to death, but the way it's executed, and the way the story unfolds itself, and the way it ends, especially the whole third act, it's so different, so original, and just so uncommon, and it's so beautiful. Animation, characters, story, music, everything is done beautifully. And the ending, oh my god, so good. I love it. Your Name, amazing. 2017's Coco. I loved Coco a lot. 2017 also was a little lackluster for animation, but Coco was really great with great music, beautiful story, also very heartwarming, also very sad. The way they do the Day of the Dead and stuff is beautiful. It's better than the Book of Life, a lot better. And yeah, it's good. It's very good. 2018 was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Like, this is obvious. This is the best superhero movie of last year. That's saying a lot, because last year had some great superhero films. Like Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War both made my top 10 best of the year, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was better. It was great. The animation's amazing. It's unique. It's stylistic. It's different. What Lord and Miller did was so great. Miles Morales is a great character. The soundtrack's great. The action is great. Whoever casted Nick Cage as a noir Spider-Man is just a genius. I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, just amazing. So yeah, those are my favorite anime films of every year since I've been alive. That's the last time I'm doing this, so yeah, hope you all enjoyed it, and also give me guys favorite anime films of every year since you've been alive. So yeah, comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and join the dark side.